What do you have? A lady asking in a Portuguese padaria pastelaria, what do you have with no fat and no sugar? Let me see now, says the lady behind the counter. Napkins. I think even the napkins in Portugal have fat and sugar. They're pre-sugared and pre-fatted. Let's give him a nice round of applause. And bring him onto the screen. You know what we're talking about with the pastries, don't you? Partial to one.
Yeah. Looking forward to being sat in San Martino in about 10 days' time.
Oh,
and
excellent.
having our coffee and pastel in the morning.
And that's what we're all about here, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Living the dream, living the good life, but also taking care of ourselves. And that's what you've done with the God's God program. And that can be found and engaged in the classroom over at the all-new Portugal Club. And you have something new for us for it today, I believe, Coach. What's been on your mind? What have you seen?
Yeah, well, I kind of came across a guy who said, look, don't worry about doing lots of stuff in one go. Break it up during the day. Do little bite-sized chunks of exercise, because it's actually the total amount of exercise that's the important thing. It doesn't matter when you do it. So little 5-minute chunks. If you're sat at a desk every hour, get up, walk around, do something for 5 minutes or so. So then I started to think, well, actually the difficult bit is forming that as a habit, isn't it? And this thought of doing exercise is always a bit of a barrier for lots of people.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, exactly. I mean, we all struggle with it. I struggle with it. I like to think I'm fairly healthy. But yeah, exercise snacks, Mel, absolutely. Little bite-sized bits, and just get into the habit of taking 5 minutes every so often. Build that as a habit first, and then you can begin to build little bits of exercise into it, and that should reduce that big sort of scary barrier of, well, I don't want to do exercise. So it's just build the habit of taking 5. It can be, take 5 every so often to just meditate or just be calm or anything actually. And then gradually you can introduce, maybe going for a walk for 5 minutes or doing anything active really.
Yes.
So it's that mental thing of building a habit of taking time.
Well, maybe then we've got a concept. Is this a thing Mel's just come up with, or is that what you've heard it referred to as before?
I've heard it as exercise snacks before now.
All right, or extra snacks. If we really want to trim it down, extra snacks.
I quite like bite size, so it's a bit friendlier.
Well, it is,
except for vampires.
Yes, yeah. It makes it sound more attractive because the word diet has die in it, doesn't it? Whereas bite size makes you think of a little Snickers bar. Snacks makes you think of a nice chamosa or a little croquette or something here.
Or a pastel even.
Pastel as well. So maybe we can, between us, come up with some of these suggestions, things that people have found useful themselves. And I think you make a really good point about breaking up the sort of mental dread. Anywhere we can do that in our lives, the current vogue is to throw yourself into an ice bath and give yourself a good shouting at and tell yourself how pathetic you are and just get on with it, you driveling, sniveling little. And although that might work, in a national service 1950s black and white like film or something,
your country needs you.
It's not sustainable, is it? Well, I think unless people are psychologically made up like that, it doesn't tend to be a very sustainable approach. So anything we can do to get into some decent habits and manage that first part of it, which makes it seem a little sweeter. And you see what I did there? Sweeter. You want to be using words like that, don't you? And once we start thinking about this, we'll come up with all sorts of things. So you're just breaking away from what you're doing and trying something like, a couple of burpees or a stretch or whatever works for you and isn't too onerous. Now, and of course, Eric might have something to say about this when he joins us a little bit later on, because it's about mindfulness as well. It's a really good way of bringing mindfulness, isn't it, into the situation? Because we can get our heads down in front of the computer, and hours can pass, and we don't know where we went or what happened, do we? So I think it's really good from that point of view of breaking the routine and monotony up as well.
Yeah, it's just, as I say, building that habit of just taking a little time every so often.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a huge amount of time.